Ask a question now.
Well, you finish what you're saying.
All right.
Okay.
In regards to Philip's letter, there are two other foundation documents. One is the Letters Patent, which was written in 1836, and everybody talks about the one that was written in South Australia, and that was actually tested not long ago by my uncle-in-law in South Australia.
Yeah.
Fisheries Wildlife got him with fish, took his boat, took his fish, and fined him and everything. And my uncle took it, appealed it, and he won. And then they appealed it to the Supreme Court. They won, and then he appealed to the High Court, and the High Court decided in my uncle's favour. And so Fisheries and Wildlife had to buy him, compensating for his boat, compensating for the fish and all the other drama.
Great.
So that was a test case on the letters patent,
Yeah.
and that was written in 1836. But then we talk about Queen Victoria's letter to the Privy Council in 1875. And in that letter, the Queen Victoria said in her letter that there is no jurisdiction over the Pacific Island nations, nor the people of Queensland, New South Wales, Victoria, and South Australia.
Okay.
The reason South Australia was because Northern Territory was not a territory then, and Western Australia was actually still New Holland.
Yeah.
Right? And so, according to all those documents,
Yeah.
everything that's happened to Aboriginal people has been crimes against the king, right? Against the law,
Yeah.
against maritime law, and against Aboriginal law, LORE.
Yeah.
I'd also like to inform you that I'm the acting law, LORE officer of the Aboriginal Embassy Law and Constitution Office, which is based in Maryborough, Victoria.
Yeah.
I'm on the board of Barrier Breakers, which is a mental health advocacy organisation.
Yeah.
And I'm also working community as a tobacco action specialist, helping Aboriginal people give up smoking. And the reason I brought those three little notations in is because intergenerational post-traumatic stress disorder runs right through the Aboriginal people.
Yeah.
We have a high concentration of suicide, youth suicide, male suicide.
Yeah.
We have we have the highest incarceration rate in the world.
Is that right?
Right? My word, that's right.
Yeah.
We have a high dependency on alcohol, cigarettes,
Yeah.
and even prescription drugs as well as drugs, right? And this is all because of the intergenerational post-traumatic stress disorder that still impacts on our people today,
Yeah.
all right? And so,
With all this in mind, you talked about a number of things where there was like a law and the law was broken and it's had really bad repercussions. So I'm wondering how this makes you feel about two things. One is authority. What do you think about authority?
well, I mentioned earlier that I was, up to 5 years ago, I was an alcoholic and a drug addict.
Yeah.
And the reason was my wife died 29 years ago.
Oh,
And she actually died in Elizabeth Hospital. And about half an hour later, she said, there's something wrong in you. And a male nurse said, no, it's probably your imagination.
Oh, God.
She went into a
my
coma.
God.
And so that really knocked me. And then after that, after she died, I lost it. And then I started to hate white people, the system. And then I was just getting arguments with coppers a lot. So, and that went on to, like I say, to 5 years ago. But
So in a way, that was a real turning point for you when you had no time for authority, basically. At that
yeah,
point.
well, because I believe that those impacts, as I spoke about the intergenerational PTSD,
Yeah.
will impact on my life in that regard.
Yes. Yeah.
Right? But now with the treaty process, in
Yeah.
Victoria especially,
Yeah.
right, and I've been to some of the treaty meetings, and I've even told Aboriginal Victoria,
Yeah.
right, a treaty with a state premier
Yeah.
is illegal anyway, right, because a treaty must be with the sovereign,
Yeah.
which is either the Queen or the Governor General must be involved in the process, but also there can't be one treaty. There are 600 plus Aboriginal Indigenous nations in this
Oh,
country.
wow, that's a really
Right?
good
So
technicality.
there goes, because one nation cannot speak for all nations.
Yeah.
And in
okay.
Victoria, there's 41 nations.
Yeah.
But what Victoria are doing is they have the traditional owners group, right? So that means the elders, and the elders from the traditional owners group are the ones who are going to have the conversation.
Yeah.
But they're still having a conversation with a state premier, not a queen, a king, or the Queen or King's representative.
Yeah.
So it's not a sovereign. So a sovereign entity can't treaty with a non-sovereign entity, because Aboriginal people, we are sovereign people. I'm a sovereign. All right. My great-great-grandmother 5 generations ago was Queen Emma of the Eora Nation.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So I'm a sovereign, right? And I walk on Aboriginal land
Yeah.
from east to west, north to south.
Yeah.
And I've lived in 9 communities from Sydney to Western Australia. I even worked out on the Maralinga lands for the Adjimatnaquagga people. Right? And Dr. Archie Barton, who went to England over Maralinga in the 80s, is my father-in-law deceased. Okay?
Yeah.
So I've seen the pain and the heartache and the suffering of our people.
Yeah.
Right? I've seen the denial of truth. You know, people sort of say, get over it.
Oh, yeah.
Well, how can we get over it?
No. It's got to be fully acknowledged, I suppose.
Well,
it?
not only fully acknowledged, but accountability has to be, right?
What would you like to see happen?
For me,
Yeah.
I believe every Aboriginal person, right, family, right, should be given their own house or their land, homeland, if they want to live out on a homeland,
Yeah.
or a house,
Yeah.
title deed.
Yeah.
I believe they should be given a job.
Yeah.
I believe their education should be covered. I believe their health should be covered. And I believe our elders, pensioners, should have every aspect of the right. That's what I believe. Right? And to be mindful of this, when we talk about all of this, how much in resources would you say have been taken out of the land in the last 237 years?
It's a...
It'd be trillions upon trillions, would it not?
Yeah.
And how much is Alan Co or Alco? Thank you very much.
That was so great. I really